to share with you the topic that I chose for our class. And that topic is basic goodness. And I chose basic goodness for a couple of reasons. As you know, basic goodness is the ground for everything that we talk about in Shambhala. Eventually, it all comes back to this notion that we're all basically good, that we all have a basically good nature or a Buddha nature. And this really builds the foundation of everything that we study and practice. So when I first came to Shambhala, I, like you, had a lot of questions about basic goodness, and I wonder how many of you heard about basic goodness for the first time and thought to yourself, well, if human beings are basically good, then why is there so much aggression and conflict in the world and pain? And if we watch the news at night, it can be quite discouraging. So I grappled with that question because my training as a psychotherapist, particularly someone who had studied a lot of Freud and Freudian theory, was that human beings are basically aggressive and that we spent our entire lives fighting this aggression within us and trying to manage it and control it and mediate it. And so this was a different idea for me, that, that our nature was not aggressive, but in fact our nature was to be good. And then I remembered all of the studies that have been done about human nature that indicate, again, what Freud talked about, which was that people, under the right circumstances, in fact, would choose aggression over most other kinds of behavior. And so I became very interested in this question of, if we're basically good, then why do we choose aggression so often and choose to follow the path of conflict so often? Because it's not enough to say that, basically we all have good hearts and that's that, because there's this other complexity, which is, we have this good heart, but we don't always act from that place. We have free will. And so one of the things that I'm interested in exploring more, and I'm hoping to be able to do that in the process of focusing on this in the class, is to really look at this other aspect, not just the aspect that we're basically good, but this aspect of what keeps us from acting from that place. And how can we understand that, not only for ourselves as human beings, but for the rest of the world? Because I think if we don't understand that, then perhaps it might be difficult to find that place within us and live from it. And I don't think we talk about that enough. So I hope that by choosing this topic, I can explore this in class with all of you, and you can share your ideas with me about what you think about those kinds of questions. And I hope to deepen my understanding and practice around this notion of basic goodness. So good night. I look forward to seeing you all in class, and namaste.